ago, and today, I don't know if I'll have time between painting this place and making the video about painting this place to get it up tonight. So I figured we would just jump on live and talk about the new building and everything that's going on in here. Now, I look like an absolute mess because I've been painting all day, and as you can tell, my hair's full of paint, my arms are covered in paint, everything is absolutely covered in paint, but we've been in here working for quite a while. What's going on, RC? What's going on, Keith? Signosis, good to see you. Kevin, what's going on, everybody? But take a look around. I have been painting all day. We decided, I went back and forth. I wanted a black roof. Of course, the floors are coming very soon. So somewhere between floors and ceiling, I was like, you know what? We got to keep some light in this place. Even if we do a gray, like the old gray, it would take so much light out. So we painted it all white. All of it white. And I'm almost done. You can see, painted, not painted, not painted. But I'm getting really close. Where's the TV wall going? All right, I will answer your question about where the TV wall is going. Hoovie's shop looks a lot better, but he doesn't have one. Oh, unless you're talking about the airplane hangar. Like, he hasn't even started building yet. Anyway, the TV wall is going right there. We're gonna do a TV wall because obviously, like, I have to. So, spray foam is flammable if you don't paint it? Wild. Well, the spray foam guys told me what paint to use, and we picked up a ton of it, and we're still getting a ton of it on here. And it's been about 2 days of painting so far. Of course, we're doing epoxy floors, and I wanted black ceilings, but I didn't get them. Josh is building his new house. Gabe is building a school out of a hotel. He's in charge of the maintenance for the school, so he's there while they build out this hotel. So that's what everybody's doing. All right, is that a new lift? This is my scissor lift I've always had. I bought it at the old shop. Are you gonna build a workbench? This one will have workbenches. There are no illegal railings here. And I don't know what we're gonna do with solar. To do the amount of solar we need, somebody literally got in the comments and said, are you scared of doing solar? Yes, I am shaking in my boots. I can't imagine anything scarier than, what, are you kidding me? It's $100,000. Like, just people are pretty wild sometimes. Are you scared? No, I don't want to spend $100 grand. Yeah, oh no, did I spell it? Did I spell it with an E? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's go on a quick walk around and we'll give you guys an update. So I've got everything masked and I just finished spraying these ones. They're still looking pretty wet. And you can see a little bit of the wood color, so I'll hit that one more time. Over here, we're just about done with all of it. This video of painting it and all the progress and talking about it, it'll come out tomorrow. Hopefully you guys can still see, even though it's kind of dark over here. I have to finish all this section right here and the ceilings up above. And the windows are masked off. All right, there you go. That's the update. The update on the shop. But outside, $60 a panel. Still, I need like 100 panels, right? All right, so we're going outside. Sorry about the light situation, but I have light out here where I have to stay for the next few hours. That's the other problem. I wanted to go home and edit a video about doing this paint, but I'm not allowed to leave because we have a burn permit and you have to stay until the fire's out. And obviously I would anyway. I'm just excited to have this fire. I figured we could go live and hang out by the fire. I had another fire earlier. Okay, stop commenting that, Cody. I will ban you if you just keep posting the same comment over and over. I'd love to answer your question, but so here's a fire and here's another fire. So these are those trees that we cut down the first day, like the day we closed on the house. All right, look at this, we got light. So we're not doing an LED video wall, obviously. Can you guys, here, let's see. Hey, you can almost see me. This chair is gonna burn down. This chair is super hot. All right, let's see if I can fix this situation. Check that out. You can almost see me. It doesn't work out very well. Anyway, are you painting the brick white on the house? Yes, I am. What's going on, Jared? Do I live near Hoovies? Hey, Brett, thanks for the super chat. I do. I live like, here, let's see if I can turn this just a hair. Ah, that's better. Yeah, Hoovies' new place is like, all this white paint on my face made me reflective. 2 minutes away, 3 minutes away. So now I'm even closer. We were already like right beside each other, like 5 minutes apart. But now Hoovies is super, super close. Tire machine for the new shop, that would be amazing. I would love to do that. No, we're not gonna do an LED video wall. We'll just do normal LED backlit TVs because they're cheap. I have 2 of my bin pack lifts that are left over from the old shop. Let's see. There, can you see me better? Cool. It looks like I have gray hair, guys. Do I look like Engineering Explained? Like that's all paint. I love Jason. Am I close to the car ninja? Yep, right down the street. So yeah, we're bringing Roll Smoke over. We're bringing the 67 Camaro over. Obviously the 65 Ford is gonna go in the front. Luckily, I have like a whole side of this shop that will be used for car, like storage basically. So we'll be able to put the projects from most driven to least driven in a row. So Roll Smoke will go in the back, and the 67 will go towards the back, and then after that I can drive the 65 Ford, which will be awesome. Are all the Wichita YouTubers in one compound? We are not. We are not. Yeah, there will be a moving car video pretty soon. Obviously the floors have to get done. Floors are coming, they are starting on Monday. They were gonna start on Friday, which is why I was rushing to paint everything. Let me see, there was a super chat right there. Yes, I kept the lifts. Hold on, we'll talk about it. I can't read that. This message is held for review. It looks like somebody super chatted and then YouTube banned their super chat. That was really weird. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, yeah, I have 2 lifts. They're coming over. The lifts will be in as soon as the epoxy's done. Epoxy will be done by Wednesday or something like that, probably. And after that, like, we can rock and roll. We got lights, some of the lights. We'll have all the lights by next week. We'll have floors by next week. And then we'll go grab the lifts. And yes, the floor is thick enough. We should be able to just drill some holes and rock and roll. It'll be amazing having lifts again so we can actually work on cars. And I'm just super pumped. The lifts and the air conditioners need to go in at the same time. Having AC and heat, it's gonna rock. We're not gonna do drywall, at least not yet. There is actually, I think this shop has a bathroom, but we don't know. We do know there's a bunch of pipes coming out of the floor, and there's a toilet flange, there's a floor drain, and there's a bunch of random like 2-inch and 4-inch PVC, but we have no idea where they go. Are they connected to the sewer? Is there water to this building? I don't know. So if there is actually stuff for a bathroom and we can trace out where those pipes go, then yeah, we'll run some drywall around that and have a bathroom. That would be really, really nice, I gotta say. No loft, at least as far as I know. This house is on city sewer. Somebody asked that. The thing is, maybe there's a septic tank that the shop's connected to. I don't really know. Nothing's ever been hooked up to those, but maybe there's a septic tank. And I'm only saying that because there's a giant like mound back behind me, probably 100 foot behind me. And I was like wondering, maybe they put a tank in there, or maybe it was an old building that they just knocked down. So yeah, mode to a loft, I don't know yet. We will see, we will see. I'd like to build something like that, but also there's no room in here. So I just don't have the ceilings we had before. It was definitely a lot easier to build up at the old shop, build something crazy. Am I near Josh? I'm pretty much the same distance. I mean, this is only 1 mile from my old house, 2 miles, 1 mile from my old house, something like that. Gary, huge thanks for the super chat. And we'll see about another Audi, something like that. Just trying to answer all these questions. I don't think I'm gonna sell my old house, at least for now. Down the road, it'll probably be a rental, let's be honest. I'd love to rent that thing out. Yes, obviously we'll do, and no, it won't be Airbnb, it'll be a long-term rental. Mini resort is not on a lake in Kansas. That's about all I'm gonna say right now. Are you going to do old house giveaway? Absolutely not. There will be no old house giveaway. This isn't a fire pit though. This is all of the trees that we took out day one. And I had to go get a burn permit this morning, and we're burning all those trees down. Luckily it rained 2 days ago, so we had, you know, the perfect conditions to get this knocked out. Huge thanks for the super chat, Eventide. Do you have wait, let me jump back. Do you have a preferred resource or strategy used to find your properties? No, I do not. We just look on Zillow, and I just kind of try to stay up on Zillow. I just check it like every 3 days. That's probably what I do. Yeah, yay for the burn permit for sure. You can buy the Sportster if you want. I'd love to have a different, if I'm gonna have a Harley, I'd rather it be a different Harley. But Jake and I went out riding last night, took the Sportster. You know, that thing's, it's not bad. Having fun with it. So it's been a cool bike for what it was. Huge thanks for watching the channel, William. Everyone else is saying what's up. So what happened to the old shop? I sold it. The railroad tracks that like trains every 15 minutes. And the fact that the bills were, I mean, the bills at the old shop could easily run like $10,000 a month. So I sold it, and I'm really happy that I did. Michelle Backen, huge thanks for the super chat. What's the plan for the empty plot of land? Container house, tree houses, or I don't know. Everybody said a yurt when I asked you guys' opinion. What do you think of Indian motorcycles? I love them. I love all the Indians. The Victories before that, they're just great. Are you still getting more property at the lake? Probably. Let's see. I'll try to jump back. There's a lot of comments popped up at the same time. Oh yeah, I do need Google Maps to get an update of the mini resort where it doesn't look terrible. I think there was another super chat. Let's see. Daniel, huge thanks for the super chat. Oh, super sticker. Cool. Yeah. So we're doing a lot of property stuff. It won't be too long. Fix the windmill and cap the silo. I'm not Hoovy. I don't have a windmill or a silo here. When are you going to have, well, you know, Dad was over here not that long ago. Yeah, shoot me an Instagram message if you want that Sportster. I mean, if you're not in Kansas, it doesn't really make sense to even come get it. That's kind of how all of this stuff goes. If you're not local to me, I usually don't even like entertain the deal because it's not fun putting together transport and all that stuff. Am I selling my old house? No, not for the moment. What year Chevy Volt do you recommend? The second gen, any second gen Premier, if you want to do comma. If you don't want comma, I guess any Chevy Volt would be great. But the Premier is really nice. Honda bike update. Which Honda? I've got the Goldwing and I've got the Navi, and I think that's all I've got for now. What happened to the car crusher? We have all the parts to finish it, and that's all I can say about it right now. It's a legal matter. Jason, huge thanks for the super chat. Buy some paint on me. Wow, man, that was like 2 buckets of paint. That's wild, man. Thank you so much. I spent on paint, just the white paint right here. I think the white paint was $584 and $300 more, about $800 for paint. It's crazy how I mean, it just blows through paint. That's the main thing. I'm going through a 5-gallon bucket every hour and a half or something. But dude, thank you. That covers 2 buckets of it because they're like $150 each. Have you seen Auto Auction Rebuilds lately? Man, he's been working so much. I haven't seen him in a long time. I mean, he's doing like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, he posts his stats like 6 videos a day sometimes. I don't know how it's possible. I was like, man, you're working harder than anyone else on the planet. I don't think, I can't do 6 videos a day. I don't know what I would make them about. And huge thanks, Fix It Phillip, for the super chat. I got a new shop. Yeah, buddy. Well, congrats on your new shop too. Yeah, I'm covered in paint. This is the 2nd day of being covered in paint. Yeah, so probably not a video tonight. The video of the paint will be tomorrow as soon as it's finished. It should be finished tomorrow. And obviously I have to stay here until this fire burns out. That's the main reason that we're live instead of, I love to take a shower, but I'm gonna keep painting. Yeah, I am considering, okay, I get it. I can't change the description because we're on the phone, so I'd have to get rid of the live stream to change the description. How's the Escalade? Great. It'll probably come over here. It's not great. Here's the middle row of the Escalade. I bought all those new seats for it, and they fit, but only 2 of the bolts fit. So I was like, oh, I'll figure it out later. The bases changed mid-Escalade run or something like that, right? So I've got just those 2 back seats, the captain's chairs back there. The bases have to be swapped. So I swapped one base, and it's like a steel base that bolts in. It's got 4 bolts on it, right? And the old one was like a square bolt pattern, and then the new one is like an L bolt pattern. Well, I changed the base on one of them. And then, yeah, this is the English shop video, the Shoppy. I get it all put back together, get the seat in, bolt it down, it all fits in the Escalade, and then I went to flip the seat down, and the hook, there's a little metal hook. It's like it's got 2 things that go out, and then it comes up, and then it, converges, right? So it's this big, thick hook, 1/4-inch steel, that big around, and it also moved on the base. So now I have to take that base and cut them out. I have to cut out that little hoop with the die grinder. So 4 welds need cut, and then I have to slide this thing back until the locks on the seat line up, and then weld it back in place and paint the base black again, and then the seats will fit the Escalade. Can you imagine? Like, what a nightmare. Oh, so it took me a long time just to get the bases swapped, and now I just need to move those hooks, and then I could get rid of that thing. That's really all that's left. So yeah, I know behind me there's a fire. No, it's not hot anymore. What happened to your jaw? It's covered in white paint? Like, what are you asking right now? Chrissy, huge thanks for the super chat. We're getting there. We're getting there. A lot of work, and this place will be ready. I do not have any s'mores, unfortunately. I wish I did. And yeah, we'll be back on cars. I would say as soon as the shop's ready to rock, we'll be back on cars. A lot of people have been asking when we'll get back to cars, motorcycles, things with engines. And yeah, the Escalade was going to pull boats, but we always have 2 trucks down there. I sold the 350Z. It's been gone for a little bit. And how far am I from Hoover? 3 minutes, something like that. We talked about that just a minute ago. His new place, at least. Is this live or is it Memorex? It's Memorex. I'm having fun doing cars and houses and stuff like that. It's been great, especially the abandoned mini resort. A lot of people are commenting like you shouldn't have started on this house until you finish the abandoned mini resort, but that's not how things work. We go there on the weekends, so we're only there from like Friday to Sunday. And then, like, what would I be doing if I wasn't working on that or in this? I could work on cars, but I can't because we really don't have a place to work on cars at the moment. So we're building a place to work on cars, and it all has to happen at the same time. That's all this comes down to, is it all has to happen at the same time. I am an optical illusion. Electronics channel, I'll get some new stuff going for that soon. Yep, Gabe's Sky runs great, but it got in a wreck right after we swapped the engine. His wife was driving, wrecked it, and now he hasn't been able to get a new bumper, so the Sky has been sitting forever. I think 6 months now. And then he said, I'm gonna sell it the other day. 2 lifts are going in this shop because that's what I kept out of the old one. I sold 2 lifts with the shop and kept 2 lifts that are in storage. And then obviously we've got a bunch of stuff that's coming over here. I'm super excited to get it over here and have all my tools back. OG Xbox every time, even though I have a PS2, just to answer that question there. Taco Bell is obviously important too. So we got video wall that needs to happen. The 9 TV video wall stayed behind. So we're gonna build a new video wall, and we'll have the toolbox over here. We'll have the lever rack over here. That's gonna take quite a bit of time to get moved. And the lifts and everything that we saw in the old shop, I pretty much have all of it. So that's all sitting in storage, and we'll get some trailer loads. I'm gonna have some people move a lot of this stuff. That's the thing. like the giant toolbox is really hard to move without a rollback wrecker. So they're gonna move that. Hopefully they're gonna move the lifts, and then my forklifts over there too. I don't really want my forklift over here. A friend kind of has it, and I was like, dude, keep that forklift as long as you want because it leaks so much oil. And then just let me know when you're done with it, and I'll bring it back. So he can keep my forklift as long as he wants, but I do need the forklift to finish up some stuff like moving. Do you have any CompTIA certs? Oh, yeah, I have all the normal CompTIA certs: A+, Net+, Site+, a bunch of Microsoft NetApp certs, just tons of IT certs. I have something like 40 IT certs. It's kind of ridiculous. Some Apple certs, meh. There's your IT question. I'm going to get my old floor cleaner. I talked to the owner of the new shop, and he was like, yep, come borrow it because we need to clean the floor in here before the epoxy goes down. So I'm actually running straight over there tomorrow or the next day, grabbing the floor cleaner, cleaning the floor over here, and then taking it back over there to them. I mean, amazing that I'm able to use that. If not, I can use BGs again, I'm sure, and we'll get all this cleaned up. We'll get it going. I love the floor cleaner. I just don't want to buy another one. This shop's not big enough to keep a floor cleaner in. What are they doing with the old shop? Detail dudes are in there. And so the new owner actually took my balcony and built himself a house. It's really, really, really nice, I gotta say. It's got like railings with the CNC'd out Harley Davidson logo in the railing that's painted orange behind it. It looks like it's like 3D up where you walk out over into my shop where I made that like protrusion, you know, so he's got a balcony you could hang out on with the Harley railing. Inside, huge, beautiful house, fireplace, big ass fan, you know, the real brand. He put in all the cool stuff and it looks great. It's got 2 bedrooms, full kitchen, super nice. All right, so a bunch of super chats. Sorry I missed those while I was talking about that, but let me roll back here. Where's the Rolls Royce? It'll be over here soon. Tron, huge thanks for your super chat. I try, man. Everything on this channel is as real as it gets. Redacted, huge thanks for the super chat. Please wish my 12-year-old the best of luck if you could. He's currently waiting on a kidney transplant. Hey, I hope your kid gets a kidney, that's for sure. I know it's really hard to find them. Like, how much is the Escalade? Huge thanks for the super chat. I don't know. 11 grand. But yeah, kidneys are like crazy to get them in time for, I don't know, hopefully he has one functioning one. It's terrible to hear. What type of LED lighting is going in the shop? Lithonia 96-inch strip lights. We have a mass project, did a lighting study on this shop just like we did on the old one. And we're doing 20 10,000 lumen fixtures, and I just need to get a bunch of Unistrut. I need $800 in Unistrut. The lights are $2,000, obviously. So you have to pay the light bill, but then I saw the Unistrut bill and I was like, oh, I don't want to pay that one. So those lights are about $100 a pop, times 20, 2 grand, and another 1,000 in Unistrut, a little bit of wire, and we'll be rocking and rolling. We'll have lights. So soon. Honestly, that should all be done next week. Okay, if there's any more super chats, I am really sorry because it keeps showing them as like 4 at a time stacked up in the comments. So I hope I'm not missing any. Yeah. Nope, it's not a terrible price. The Car Crusher, there may never be another Car Crusher update, guys. Like I said, I think I said, there's a whole lawsuit going on, and it has nothing to do, it's not our problem. So if I could make a Car Crusher update, I would make it. The thing runs, right? Like when we left it, we had it moving, and then there were like that orifice for the pumps needed replaced and a couple other little things. Yeah. There was no update on the Car Crusher. We just kind of had to stop talking about it. We don't have to stop talking about it, but I'm not gonna say anything else about it until everything's resolved. Basically until the mechanics lane clears. Okay, I told you everything. Will I get the new iPhone? Of course. I'll have a 15 Pro on Friday. This is a 14 Pro. It's because I'm on the Apple upgrade plan. It's not, I don't have to do anything. They send the new phone out automatically. So I will have it very soon. It's not a Max. I don't like having a big phone. I'm from Pittsburgh and living vicariously through. Well, awesome, man. What's the plan with all the Unified gear? I don't know. I really don't know what we're gonna do here. We're gonna do like, I want to do a dream wall here. That's the thing. And at the same time, I might use way more port density than a dream wall has. So I'll probably do what I use at my other house, which is like a dream machine and a 48 port powered switch, a whole bunch of other stuff. It takes a lot to do a network for a house that I'm going to live in, and I do think eventually I'll live in this house. So it just ends up needing a ton of equipment, so I don't know what to do. Hardest cert you ever got? Net Plus was a lot of learning. That one was actually, I don't know, it was great. Net Plus was great. Security Plus was great. A Plus was a joke. Yeah, like A Plus was stuff you grew up with. You can give me employee price on Unistrut. That would be amazing. I don't want to pay $36 a stick. So if you want to shoot me an email or an Instagram DM or anything, I will find that immediately, and that would rock. I might be I don't know. I don't know if it's worth driving to Kansas City, but it's $150 in diesel. But we'll see. If you can save me more than $150, I'll run up to Kansas City. Did you sell? I don't know. I have a bunch of cars. What do I have? The truck, the Volt, the Model X, the Rolls Royce, the Camaro, the 65. The S10 is still here. Some people are asking about the S10. It's all over at Eric's. What else? Harley, Goldwing, Navi, boats. Now that we've got what? We've got the Chaparral, we've got the jet boat. There's a lot of stuff. So, oh, dude, that'd be amazing if you could deliver it. Amazing. Yeah, shoot me a message. Let's make it happen. I'll shoot you some money. The i8 is sold. I sold the i8 when I bought the Model X. Same thing. There's no one behind me, guys. There's a fence all the way around the property. So there's going to be a better fence. Right now it's chain link, but the new fence will be taller. I can't imagine. I really don't want to pay for a fence. Yeah, Net Plus is definitely hard. Security Plus is a lot of common sense, right? The like physical security, stuff like that, it's a lot of common sense. There are a few little things, but yeah, Security Plus was pretty reasonable compared to Net Plus. Net Plus, subnetting, all that fun stuff, you really get into the weeds. So, especially stuff that you don't use as much anymore, but it's great. Anyway, yeah, there's a fence that runs all the way down here, all the way back, all the way around the shop. And I want to, yeah, I hope there's a chupacabra. That'd be amazing, guys. That'd be the best live stream you've ever seen. The actual chupacabra shows up. There's a giant shadow though. If you see, like, I don't know if you guys can see in the smoke and on the trees back there. Huge, huge shadow. Does the Airbnb come with the jet boat? It could, but honestly, I don't know. I hate renting stuff that I care about. It's really hard. It's kind of heartbreaking because people don't treat things the same as you treat your own stuff. So I'd love to be able to like rent out the jet boat, but somebody might destroy it. What's your budget for the house and garage? I don't know. I don't know. We've already spent, I haven't done the math, guys. I was gonna say 15,000, 20,000, 20,000 so far. And that was because just the insulation was like 11 and the floors they're about 5, and lights and just stuff that I bought, so paint, stuff like that, at 20,000, and it looks like nothing's been done. Have I seen Alex's DeLorean? I haven't been to Chicago in a while. If I go to Chicago, I always go hang out with Alex. I'm mostly like, that's the only reason I go. I'd love to go do a couple other things in Chicago, like hang out in the whatever, the Bean Park, Millennium, I forgot what it's called. Millennium Gate. I think that's what it's called. Cloud Gate? Something like that. So I'd love to go hang out in Chicago a little bit more, actually see that park, go to the water, all that fun stuff. But for the most part, I just go to Alex's shop and then I stay right there. Jacob, huge thanks for the super chat. That self shout out right there. Check it out, guys. His channel is in the comments. You can check it out. Stay out of Chirac. I haven't had a bad time in Chirac. It's kind of cool. Have I ripped the Navi's at the lake? So I haven't ridden it. I haven't ridden it in 4 weeks. Would you ever get a dumpster fire old Honda and do a complete rebuild interior and exterior? If you mean like a Honda car, probably not. Like there's not really any old Hondas that I want to work on other than like a CRX. Yeah, a CRX. Because we're talking like 90s, right? Not 2000s Hondas. There's a bunch of great ones in the 2000s. But really want to buy an Envoy XUV? Don't buy an Envoy XUV. I know my videos are like the definitive guides to Envoy XUVs, and I get hit up all the time. Those videos are 2 or 3 years old at this point. All the time. I get like, you know, a lot of people are in there like, hey, your Envoy video helped me fix my tailgate, helped me fix my roof. There are no more parts for those. So please, if you buy one, like be ready to like spend all your money. I don't know. Like you can barely buy the parts. There aren't any parts. It's such a cool car. But you're in trouble if something goes wrong. That's all I can say. I got lucky that J&J had a complete roof and I was able to swap that and then change the computer back to the computer that mine needed. But for the most part, Envoy XUV parts are unobtainium, except for the center window motor for the one that's in the seat. That one's easy to get. You can get it at O'Reilly's all day long. Do you watch Goon Squad? Yes. Sometimes. I don't. They release like, what, every other day too? I don't have that much time. But would you buy a Cyclone? Yes, I'd buy a Typhoon too. In fact, I drove Weston's Typhoon yesterday, something like that, and his twin turbo one, and now I really, really want a Typhoon. And of course, Hoovies too. When we had that one at Car Week, we were riding around in that. Typhoon's so cool. I'd rather have a Typhoon than a Cyclone, that's for sure. You need help with a Tundra skylight? I don't know anything about Tundras. I don't think I've ever worked on one. The new shop is going to be lit, especially if you spell it with an E. Would you go on a Route 66 road trip? I drive on Route 66 almost every week. Almost every week, guys. Ice cream machine in the new shop. That's my dad's actually talking about building a dedicated ice cream building for all those ice cream machines that we made the videos on. We're talking like, it'll basically be a clone of an Andes, all glass, you know, huge, like old school neon sign out front. And then he wants to do like a belt drive, electric motor or engines driving an old, you know, those shaft drive systems that you bring all the belts off, shaft belt drive system, whatever it is. He wants to run the ice cream machines off of that. So, you know, some of them will be electric just because they have to be. You know, they are electric machines, but then he wants a bunch of belt drive ice cream machines too, and be pretty cool. Line shaft, there you go, line shaft. Yeah. So he wants to build that in like an Andes looking thing and have it open to the public. How long have you known Hoovie? I don't know. Long time. I met Hoovie. People always ask and I always forget, but I met Hoovie when he had his first car dealership. And he had a supercharged Escalade with Willwoods. This thing was sick, and he bought it at an auction. And he also had a supercharged Miata. I wanted to go drive a few of the cars, and he had a whole bunch of cool stuff. Like he talks about on his channel, he bought a bunch of dumb cars that nobody wanted to buy, right? Because they were cars that we wanted. So he bought a supercharged Miata, a car that obviously we would want. And he bought this super sick Escalade, you know, crazy multi-$1,000 brakes on it, Willwoods or something like that, right? That's like $4,000. Yeah, so he went around buying all these awesome cars that, you know, make our hearts warm. And I think that was the demise of his dealership. I think he said that a bunch on his channel, is that basically the cars were so cool that it's really hard to sell them to like normal consumers. Thoughts on McDonald's removing the customer soda fountains? You know, they said that's going to happen in 2035 in that press release. So I'm really not worried about it. I don't know why anybody would be worried about it. I think by 2035, we'll have like McDonald's that are prefab, like drop-on units that are super small with no indoor dining. They're going to get rid of indoor dining. You know, it's pretty much a thing of the past. You only need it when you're riding motorcycles and it's raining. Other than that, you're going to stay in your car. I like videos where you fix up cheap cars like the XB. I like the XB too. That was a lot of fun. Have you driven a Monster Miata? No. I had a friend with one and we planned on making some videos, never did. A lot of people ask, is Eric my brother-in-law? Yes. And a lot of people ask if he's getting paid or how much I'm paying him. I'm not. We were going to just make a video called Eric Doesn't Get Paid. The deal was I bought all of the property at the lake, and Eric becomes 49% owner by doing the work and buying the material. That's it. That's all he has to do. Now, we have spent a ton on material. He's getting close to like what the abandoned mini resort was, like 42,000. I've got like personally 50 in it, and he has personally almost 30 in it. And of course, us doing all the work together. So yeah, he buys the material, we do the work, and I get 51%, he gets 49%. That's our partnership agreement. So he doesn't get paid, he gets equity, and a lot of it. All of it he wants, really. As soon as the abandoned mini resort's done and it goes live on Airbnb, I don't really need to do anything with it anymore. It'll be their baby. I actually finished pilot's license. One of these days, we postponed it to fall before I bought this. That was our plan because we got, I've got like 16 hours or something like that, and I was ready to solo, but then I changed instructors at 16 hours or something like that. DIY audio guy, huge thanks for your super chat. Enjoy your comment. Man, awesome. Well, I hope your YouTube channel's doing well, man. And yeah, I was flying a ton during the spring, and it started getting hot, and my instructor changed at like 13 hours or something like that. My instructor that I liked went to flight safety. Obviously, everyone knows who flight safety is. And then he said he'd be back and we could get back together. So I'm hoping I can go back to work with him. And then my other instructor, he was okay, but I really just enjoyed working with Brady. He was a great CFI. Uh-oh, our fire's like falling over. I need to go flip all this stuff over and stoke it quite a bit. Problem is, it's gonna be hot. Let's see if we can make this fire bigger real quick. Oh, it's so hot. Oh. All right, if I can find that shovel I had. This is my fire stoking shovel, guys. This came with the house. It's like a snow shovel that somebody drove over. What else could it be? I think it's a snow shovel that somebody drove over and it became flat. All right, now to get this other railroad tie onto the fire. Uh-oh, I don't have the leverage. All right, this fire is gonna be huge, guys. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Almost done. Oh, that did not work. That did not work as planned. I do need to move this one again. All right, is that big enough fire? It's getting bigger. You want this chair? It came with the house. Hey, Randy's in here. I see a bunch of Adventures with Jose. What's going on? What's going on, Randy? What's your favorite channel? It's got to be Rich Rebuilds, right? I mean, he's my boy. We don't just like buy cars from each other. He's the funniest guy on the internet. So I can just sit around watching Rich all day. I know people get tired of when we get together, all we do is talk and have fun, but like that's literally what we do the whole time. So then we make a video and people are like, you guys got too carried away, but hey, we're having fun. He's just so funny. Yes, this is Watch JR Fire. DIY Audio guy, huge thanks for the super chat again. Man, I'm glad you passed 70. Did you say 72,000? 7200. Wow, that's awesome. There was another super chat. Sorry if I missed it, guys. Just rolling back here. I hope this fire is not gonna get crazy. There's a fire break. I burn in a fire break. It's huge. I'm like looking back to see if the fire got out of control. I thought it was big enough. No, I did a good job, don't worry. I'm not trying to burn down the neighborhood. Six Flags New England, I need to go back. I didn't get to ride Batman. It was unfortunate. Hopefully you guys are subscribed to the roller coaster channel, Ultimate Thrills. That one has like POVs of what will be, I promise, every roller coaster in America. I'm working on it. I wish I could make s'mores. We just don't have the stuff. All we have is Mountain Dew and chips. What's the next project car? Why didn't you race at Bristol? I haven't talked to Cletus in like 2 years. So I don't know, we just don't talk that much. So I see him at all the races we get together. I haven't met Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is, he doesn't come out a lot, man. I think he's so famous that he has to like stay in the house. Do you watch NASCAR? Sometimes. This is ceremonial fire. It's not. It's literally just a bunch of dead trees that were on the property. And today was the best time to burn. So I got a burn permit this morning and it's got to be out by tonight. Well, it doesn't, apparently my burn permit's good for a year. It has like an actual permit number and I just call and say, hey, I'm going to burn again and you're good. But yeah, burning it was cheaper than having Zach haul it off. Lots of embers for sure. These were elms or something like that, some kind of trash tree that people were saying in the comments that we should get rid of all those trees. How much does burn permit cost? $0. $0. Brian Pittman, Porsche again. Hey man, thanks for buying the other one. How is it? How is the Boxster? Porsche Palooza's coming up in, it's in like November, so I need to buy another Porsche before November. I've been looking every day, so I mean, I might actually have another one. I might have another one for you if you want to buy it. How much was the light bill at the other shop? Yeah, a 911 Turbo S would be perfect. But I need a project Porsche, right? It needs to be a car for the channel that you guys want to watch. So it needs to be kind of broken. And if I buy a 911 Turbo, it probably, like, they're just not that broken. A broken Macan would be amazing. A 924 would not be amazing, guys. I missed out on a 924 when I was a kid. We actually had the check written for that car as a 924S, the big 4-cylinder one. I love that car, love it. And we were on the way to pick it up and a guy, I already did a 944 and I promise I'll never go back to another 944. It just wasn't fun to work on. It wasn't a good time. So just, if it starts with a 9 and it doesn't have an 11 in it, I'm not buying one. I will not buy a 930 would be cool, okay. And a 917 would be cool. I lied. No 928. I'll probably never buy a 924, like, because that one, we lost it, right? We were on the way to pick it up, and this guy traded it. He said it was my car, and he traded it right before I got there. Anyway, 914 is a no. 918 Spider would be amazing. So no 924, no 944, no 928. Those are never happening. Anything else? anything else, the 944 is not a good car to work on. It wasn't bad to drive, it just wasn't fun to work on. A Land Rover Disco would be cool. But yeah, I definitely need a Porsche to take to Porsche Palooza, hang out. 1950s cars, I don't know. I'd be down with an old school. I really do want a vintage Cadillac after that one that was on this property sold. I've always loved the way they look. I love their huge lines. I love that they're gigantic boats, you know. A 50s Caddy would be amazing. What do you think about the Insta360? I don't like it at all. But the thing is, the Insta360 is great in theory, but the resolution is so low by the time you take that camera and like fan out the few pixels you have into being a 190-degree picture, and then, you know, it combines two of those. So what, you're taking two cameras, and together with all of that new like space they have to record is like 5.7K or something like that. So by the time you split 5.7K across all those pixels, they are worthless. So I just don't like the way they look. It looks really bad compared to like the nice crispy 4K we shoot with the Sony. You can't see everything, and I can't reframe it in post, but at least it looks good. Nope, I don't want a 914. I want a 911, let's be honest. I just can't afford any air-cooled cars. CRX would be cool.